Hello, hello. This is how is everybody doing? I can share screen as well. Okay, let's go. I think we have spent enough time just trying to see if this thing can work. I've been trying to work with OBS, but it isn't working. I think I need water and I need to charge my laptop because it is starting to get short. And then we go right back. And apparently, I think I can share my screen here as well. So that would be actually nice. Oh, wow. Looks like we have 4 people here. How many of them are my family? Like this chat if you are here. Okay. So, sorry about the glitches and the time delay. This stream is just for me, and it is just as fun for me only. At least, I hope you'll have fun too. So, let's start. 10 years. 10 years in Estonia. Like 10 years ago, I came on 26th of August to Estonia. It was a evening. I came from Turkey. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going through a slideshow. I will share pictures and I will tell you and stories about how everything came out to be in these last 10 years. So let me share my screen and then I will go through all of these pictures. Yes. Okay. Okay, share. Okay, so what I did was that I started to take down pictures and I started to note down what each story is. So let me see what you guys can see. Oh wow, it looks pretty nice. Okay, it looks actually pretty nice. And I think that's enough. So what are we looking at? This is the first ever picture that I took when I first came to Estonia. If you see here, this is the Vabaduza Valyak where I first arrived. You can see how this rainy this is. Like it was raining at the time. Probably the worst welcome that anybody can have at that time. And if you look at it, then it is exactly, yeah, this is exactly 10 years ago. This Kemia was the stop where we would have our that we would have our actual university. I think I'm a little bit distracted by the I don't want to maybe that is better. Yeah, that is better. So what next? Look at this. Look at me. This is 10 years ago me with a Helly Hansen jacket that was 2 sizes too bigger than me. Here I am in the old town, and look at all those black hair. Oh, yeah. So the first time visiting Old Town and then getting the Estonian experience, just starting with it. Whoa. And this is the first time I went to the mosque. So you can see there are quite a lot of people here. And the mosque, if you don't know, is just near the airport. At that time, there were probably not many Muslims in Estonia. I mean, recently we have seen a lot of people coming in, not just Muslims, but everywhere. And this was like, I think, a few days after I came to Estonia that I visited the mosque as well. And here you can see me. I'm wearing this like this cute little hat that I bought from Pakistan. And look at me. Yes, all naive. So this was the first same year, and I'm just sharing the pictures. That what I thought fascinating was that you could actually buy an internet SIM through a kiosk. Look at that. And I'm just gonna open it from my phone so that I have a good idea about the pictures, and I'm just using from here. Okay. Again, this is me. This is where I went to the Sportland, and this is where I got this jacket. So this Helly Hansen jacket, I think I still have that. That was November. In November that I got that, and I really needed it. That is a pretty expensive thing that I had to get. This is the jacket I'm still wearing today. Like, it's pretty in bad condition, but I mean, I don't think I will wear it anymore, even this winter, because I definitely need a newer jacket. But this is something that has lasted me 10 years. So definitely a good company and a good purchase. So after I came to Estonia, I went to this. I went to Norway, and this is, you can see this. So where is that? It's Tromsdalen. That's what the Google photo says, and here it is the first time when I actually saw the northern lights. You couldn't really actually see that here, but I was able to capture them with my camera, and it was pretty amazing. And that is exactly the reason why I went to Norway as well. This is another one of my favorite pictures, and one of my friends, actually, Tavi, great guy. You will see him in the next coming picture as well. So there was this KTM open house, or like a KTM trying day, and I was like, it's just a fascinating thing. I mean, I went pretty fast with it. Definitely crossed more than 100, but and it was all like closed roads, so it was not public roads. So definitely I didn't overspeed on the public roads. This was like a pretty amazing thing, and I thank Tavi for giving me the opportunity to actually try that. See here how this this thing was. This was my first time riding a bike in Estonia, actually. Can you see? Let's see. So this is the definitely. I am overwhelmed. Okay, and then let's back to our gang. So this was the. So when I first arrived in Estonia, it was for the design and engineering program, and these are all the people that we that I was together with. So this is all of them are like. I mean, I don't usually show my friends, and this is for the right reason. But it's been like 10 years, so I don't think many of these people are even recognizable now. I mean, a lot of them. I think almost all of them are married. They have moved on. I doubt if how many of them are in Estonia. I think I am here. Tavi is here. Hadi probably. I don't know. Definitely, Pasha is here. Thea is not here. She's in UK. Pranay, I don't know. Yeah, she's Marit is also here as well. So that was a lovely, fun time. This is the time when I actually went to scuba diving for the first time in the Rumu lake. Wow, that was an experience. Yeah, just an ordinary picture. It doesn't show much. So one of the we actually did was fascinating thing was to actually go to the Estonian countryside. It's probably the first time, like how it is exactly there in the countryside and what do people do. It's actually raining, if you can see here. In all this time I never had like one good day of sun. So this is right now it is 2015, and you can see how dark that is. So this is Tavi, and I hired him, or not hired him, to make my first ever Estonian meme. He had this really cool bike, and that was my first ever Estonian meme. So there was a time when I went to Switzerland, and I went to see in 2015 to visit a friend, and I went all the way up top to the Matterhorn glacier, which was definitely I came all this way, but I didn't. I wanted to go up, even though the forecast was pretty bad, so it was cloudy. But I still definitely did not want to go back just like that. Here it is, me going back. And here we are again, our gang, just on the Huma. So one of our dearest friends, yeah, I don't know if you're watching it or if you're here. She invited all of us to the island of Huma, where she is originally from. And fortunately, it was 14th of August, which is the Independence Day of Pakistan. And I just put a flag here, and we just took a picture here, which is, yeah. What times? This is again me in Huma. And this is, so Huma was, I think I have only been there once. And I know this seems like a very blurry picture and doesn't seem like much, but this is 2015. And I remember that when I went there was like only one club, and this is the club in the whole island of Huma. And back in 2015, when I went there, it was like the whole of Ireland was there. I mean, if people think that Estonia is small, or like Tallinn is small, which is definitely small when you compare it to other bigger cities, but I mean, if you think about the islands, then it's so close that everybody knows everybody. Like literally everybody knows everybody, and nobody is really like a stranger. And we actually saw that firsthand on the island of Huma. And that is why I say that if you're in Estonia, definitely visit the islands. And it was here that I saw the northern lights for the second time in my life. Again, they're very faint, and this is the island of Huma. and they're actually quite faint, but they are. They're still visible, and you can see that it's the morning light is still coming. So this was the month of August, and we still had some. So this has already been when I was here in Estonia for a year now. Again, you can see that it's obligatory. This is the when I went to the mosque for the Eid, which is the Muslim celebration, and take a picture there. So when I first arrived in Estonia, I had a couple of different places that I lived in. So one of these was this dormitory in Sidi Saba, and one like really fun thing that I actually wanted to really have, because I never really had like a proper place of my own, like a whole thing of my own, was to get like posters of different movies. So I would go to the cinema whenever I'd go watch a movie, and then I would just ask them, okay, can I get like this poster? And here you can see on the left side, this is the Ant-Man poster, and this is the Matt Damon Mars Planet poster. Amazing, really, really good movie. If you're an engineer, definitely watch that. Oh, here you can see the Interstellar poster, which was it's been 10 years since I came here. And then again, something which is not so nice and not so fascinating, but I actually saw that written. I mean, these kind of things are pretty common, but just recorded it for myself. That was my first experience looking at this kind of writing. It was in December 2015. Oh, look at that guy. This is me when I first, the only time in my life I actually shaved my beard. So this is how I look. This is how I look. This is me in Berlin, New Year festivities. That was 1st January 2016. And this is, so all this time when you can see that I'm traveling quite a bit here and there, and like having fun, but we're actually studying quite hard. And this is one of the projects that we did. It was actually one of my favorite projects, and the video for that project is actually on my channel. So if you just search Feast, and when you're in my channel, you can see that the video, the thing that we did. This is like the amazing group that they had. Rosie is from Estonia, Denizai is from Turkey, Job is from the Netherlands. He was only here for the exchange, and this is me. And we were all. This is one of the best projects that we ever did in my programming, design, and engineering. And thanks to all of you guys, no matter where you are. I hope you're all doing well. Now this is fun. I think I've shared this before as well, but this is me. This is me actually riding on the ice highway. I forgot where that was actually, but it was like on a peninsula. I can't see the location here, but it's one of the first places where you can actually have like an actual ice highway, which is just a fascinating experience to ride a bicycle all this way on this like thick layer of ice. Damn. Okay, so this is my grandma. So this was the first time when I actually visited back home after, what year was that? Let me check. And I think she passed away soon after. So yeah, that's one of the reality of living abroad, that you don't get to see your loved ones all the time. So it was in the, like, even before my second year was finished, like, right, I was still studying, that I actually got a job in Stonebridge. And here you can see this newspaper. And I was starting here from 1502 2016, and that was the day I started my job. And here is me with my sister lighting these vigil for all the people who were deported by Soviet Union. So my sister got to visit me for here in Tallinn. That were very nice. And here you can see how it looks at night. It's a very beautiful thing. It's actually still done to this day. So if you ever get a chance, then do that. I think it is held every 25th of March. So this is, and yeah, I went to the TV tower. If you ever, I think I would still recommend it. It's not a, I mean, if it's a clear day, then I think I would definitely, you should go see that. This is the prison that we have here in Kalaranna, and this area was still not very developed, and here we have this Midsummer Eve bonfires going on right now. At that, I mean, I think this was my and so I came in August 2014, June, August 2015. Yeah, so this was my second Midsummer Eve that I spent here, and I don't remember anything particular about this. This is the prison that you can see here. The area has changed so much and so drastically. They're renovating this prison right now, and yeah, it's changed so much. So fast forward, or like this is in June 2016. I went to visit my friend Dennis, which is we're breaking our fast here, and this is in August 2016. This is the first time I actually acted as an extra in a commercial. So the commercial was about, I forgot what it was about, but I was supposed to be the guy somewhere in the background. I don't think even my face was visible, but we were supposed to carry buckets of fruit and then just move. I don't think it was even aired. This was my first time actually seeing how production works, and one thing that I learned at that time was that the actors are, you see the actors on the screen, but actually they have the hardest job there, because imagine doing one thing again and again and again for such a long time, and then doing it without any without getting cranky, or without actors, I think, had the toughest job there in any production. Directors was the most chill, sitting on their chair and then looking at the monitor and the camera. So this is a story 10 years also in the making. This is Mati, and this was my first time, I think, when I was visiting him. And I've been visiting him as a barber for last 8 years, nonstop. He is the only barber I've been to. I mean, it's just friendship 8 years in the making. This is from 2016. And I think maybe I have shared this story, but I think I just want to talk about this a little bit more. So here you can see Adrian. Adrian is from France. And I actually, if you see here, this is my bike and this is Adrian. So I was coming back home from office one day, and I saw Adrian trying to take a picture of his bike, not his bike, but himself in front of this sign here. And Adrian, I just went ahead and then asked him if I could, I can take the picture for him. Then we started talking. He was really smart. He was actually doing PhD in France, and he was actually traveling all the way from France to Estonia. And we sort of started talking, and we started to become friends. And this is us in Adrian's hometown in Mulhouse. Where was that? Let me see. Where is that? Yeah, so it's the north of France. And it's a funny story how it happened, because I was like, we first met in like August. And this is he one day I was just traveling on I was actually in Sweden, and I just got his message, and he said, "What are you doing for Christmas?" And I said, Adrian, I don't really have any specific plans because, as you know, we don't celebrate Christmas, and everybody here that I know is spending the Christmas with their family. So, yeah, I really don't have anything much to do. Then he said, okay, come here, Manon, come to France, come see me. And I said, yeah, are you sure? And then he said, yeah, here are the possible flights that you can book. And I said, oh, wow, okay, sure. And then right as I was traveling in a train, I booked tickets for France. And here I am meeting. So it's just one of those experiences that got to show me that just saying a simple hello can lead to experiences that are, like absolutely amazing, that you never ever expected. This is me at Adrian's place, and they have this cute little dog with this Christmas tree, and I had like a proper French dinner, French Christmas dinner. I won't tell you what it contained, but it was proper French dinner. I think it was one of those experiences that I think I even think about even more, is that there are some things that, money really cannot buy. Like, no matter how rich you are, you cannot buy an evening at like at somebody's place who has invited you from their heart, and who have shared their house with you, their food with you. No matter how much you want, this is the kind of experiences that even no amount of money can buy. That like told me about how much people are important in the life of anybody. Slowly starting to learn. So this is me at my place where I am right now. And as you know, I have been this place for a very, very long time. I first came here in 1st of January, actually. 1st of January 2017. So it's been almost 7-8 years since I first arrived here, and then you can see how I'm trying to unpack everything and then leave this. So this is the picture from my defense. This is Thea, this is Salome. We did our defense together, and I got a really good marks. And here you can see how happy we are because we finished our masters. Oh man, that was such a tough time. So this is the picture, which is a little bit of interesting for me, and it's fun because I never knew that IKEA actually sells bikes. So this is an IKEA store, and you can actually buy a IKEA bike in Sweden. Here you can see this small IKEA logo here. Okay, let's go. I got my diploma, cum laude. Congratulations. This is me with frozen beard. First time I went to Dubai after that. I think that was what was that? That was 2017. This is me in the Kalmistu Park. You can see this little red bag that I have here. So one of the things that I would do is I would just go to the lawn and enjoy the sun and read the book, which is like 90% of what Estonians were doing. This is happy me finally getting the diploma. And this is happy me firstly meeting the Estonian president here. So look at this little Pakistani flag here. So what is the president saying? So I went to the president, then I asked her, like, Madam President, can I take a picture with you? And she said, of course, you can take a picture with me, but first tell me about yourself. And I was like, sure, Madam President, my name is Manan and I'm from here, yada, yada, yada. And she asked, how do you speak in Estonian? I said, a little bit, not okay. And then she said, okay. And, the funny thing was that before that, she was like in the students within everybody. And after I just I broke the ice and just met to her, she was just warned by other people. And then her security had to carry her away because she couldn't answer all these people. Yeah, here is all of us students. So this gathering was made in the presidential residence in Kadriorg, where all the students who were like honor students, they were carried in. Here you can see me, the little black in the sea of blonde. This was the first time, I went to the US. So I got my first US visa in 2017. I actually went there to DC, which was definitely a really, really amazing experience. It was also in 2018 that I performed for the first time on stage. I think it was just a little story about my first ever heartbreak. Maybe I'll tell someday after when more time has passed, maybe 10 years. This is how my normal route to the to my office looked like. So my office, so I lived in Kalamaja, which is like the center of the city, and I would go to the main train station on my bike, which is like a kilometer. And then I would go all the way to the final station, which was like the Lagri, which was like the end of the city. And there I had like a kilometer, maybe approximately 2 kilometers of another bike ride that I would do. And I did it all year. I did it in rain, snow, ice. I actually bought these study tires. And the bike is just sold because I didn't need it anymore. But this just was such a great friend. Lasted so long with me. This is another one of my favorite pictures. It's actually taken in Portugal. And without me saying anything, you can see the general mood of all the people. It's just plain sadness. And if you Google 30th June 2018 Portugal, you will actually find the reason why, because that was like the World Cup happening, and I think it was the World Cup, and Portugal got kicked out. I've never seen so many sad people in one place. And I was there. I was there to witness that. Here you see. Yeah, this is. Yeah, they know how to have fun, no matter where you are. But generally, I mean, people were so sad. So this was I went to Haapsalu, and we had this 2 cellos. I mean, this is one of those concerts that I always wanted to go. I generally don't really like to go to concerts, but this is one concert that I really, really, really enjoyed. It was just just fun. And I think one of the things that people, or that I certainly have talked about it quite a lot, was that, I mean, you always see this other side of, like the Instagram side of how people are living, and people are sharing their highlight reels of their life, and people are sharing how, like how they're traveling and how doing all that. But underside of that is also this, like how you feel internally is never visible. What you're going through internally is never really visible. And then I think this was 2018 was some of the lowest points that I had for my mental health, because I like the first 2 years, 2014 to 16, I ran on like the momentum of, I had to study, I had a social circle and all that. But then after I started my job and after everything started to click and fell into place, like I had a great job, I had a place, and I mean, you saw all that. I was able to travel, I was able to eat well, and suddenly this thing of this thing of about meaning and purpose, it started to come up, because only when you have fulfilled all these small things, like your basic necessities, and like even your comfort necessities, then you start to think about these bigger things. And then I couldn't find the answer to these questions, and I went through a very, very difficult mental time, and yeah, of course, I've talked about it before as well. There is a whole series on my YouTube channel, like 4 or 5 part series about how to find yourself. And yeah, this was actually one of the lowest points of my mental health here in Estonia, and you can see the picture, how it perfectly it captures. Yeah, difficult time, very difficult time, but I learned a lot. So this is one time when I went to Edinburgh, and this is, I don't know if you know, these guys came to Tallinn as well. This is Foil Arms and Hog, a comedy group. They're Irish, fascinating, absolutely amazing. I loved this sketches. I'm one of their, if you ever, most famous sketches is a series of sketches that like your entry interview, like immigration interview to different countries. And there is one for India and Russia, and all these, and UK and all these different countries, and US was the funniest one. So definitely I got a chance to meet them. And like, it's, one thing I remember from this time is that this was my first event that I actually, like a large event that I attended in the UK. And after the event was finished, there was like a line of, I kid you not, at least 100, 200 people, and they would meet everybody and have a picture with everybody. And they wouldn't make anybody say that, you need to like run fast, there are other people waiting. It's just absolutely fascinating how, like you see the other side of artists, and how like truly they value their fans. This is the side that you don't see on performing arts or YouTube. Uh, but you actually see that they actually stood there for like 3 hours and met every fan that wanted to come here and had a picture with them. Harry Potter, my first love. Yes, Edinburgh. This is where I saw well, if you know, Harry Potter was first written in one cafe in Edinburgh, and this is pretty much where it's majority of it's famous for. This is another picture that two of my college mates in the. I think we're waiting for our picture. No, sorry. I think just a random picture I took of my two friends in UK. Okay, this is good. This is good, and I want to show it to you guys. So I was fortunate enough that I was able to attend this Edinburgh. It's called a tattoo parade. Just Google it, and it was one of the most like amazing display of arts that I had ever seen. Oh, I'm just checking some comments. Okay, I'm just going on mine. So you can see here this how. Yeah, this was fun. And there was this band that was. Yes, this is the American band, and have a look at this. Just look at that. Let me see. Wow.
What these young airmen do is quite brilliant, but if they should fail to keep America's edge sharp, that would risk our security, our people, and our way of life. And that is nowhere more evident than in this last sequence, which showcases teamwork, precision, and unwavering mutual trust. Please direct your attention to Technical Sergeant Jeremy Gotch as he attempts to march up and back through the narrow gauntlet of spinning weapons.
I have myself forgotten. Nice. That is close.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Air Force Honor Guard.
Those guys were amazing. Fascinating. This is me at the English Improv. So one of the things that I wanted to do was to improve my own the ability to communicate and be more confident. So we actually started one improv, and I think I've talked about this before as well. And I think that was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. It's one of those things that actually taught you a lot. It taught you the confidence and the ability to be on your toes no matter which situation you are in. Yeah, this is just me enjoying the color on it's. If you know this place, then you would know how different it is now. Like all of this is gone. All of this is gone, and this is just turned into some promenade, and then it's many quarters here. But this place is definitely not here anymore. So this is one application by Google. If you do Google Arts, then it actually had this idea that it could actually show you like which person did you remember the most. And I remember this is one that showed me. This is me and Mati at his Rude Rats 7 years old friendship. And this is these are my they're not my friends, but these are the dance instructors that I had. So I was learning tango, and there was the studio which was called Euphoria Studio. It was in Kalamaya, and I decided, like, it's one of the same things that I decided to do to like build myself up. And why did I decide to build myself up? There was like a huge change and a heartbreak, and I think I will talk about it some other time. But like it charged in me a few things that I wanted to a few things that I really wanted to improve in my life. Like I really wanted to improve myself. One of the things that I did was to start learning dancing. And these are my instructors, and they were they're still teaching. If you Google Euphoria Studio, I think it merged with some other studio, but you can find them out, and then they are still absolutely amazing teachers. They're still in Tallinn. And this is me in Heldeke. So Heldeke is a bar, like an underground bar slash performance stage, and I'm doing sort of like an open mic there, like random open mic. And this is me. I think I'm going for the first time to Finland here, and the reason why I'm going, I will show you in the next picture. So yeah, as I was in a place where I was trying to improve my life and self-improve, I was I was a big fan of Jordan Peterson and reading his book on 12 Rules for Life. It was really good book, and I think it was one of that time where Jordan had not gone so mainstream. I mean, some of his old lectures that you can find on YouTube that they were on University of Toronto. They were really great. They were really amazing, and I think there was a time when in my life I actually needed him, or I really needed what he wanted to say, particularly about the meaning of life, and what does it mean. And this was like the peak. Like he first came to Helsinki, and I came to see him and attend his talk. And this is me meeting him in in Helsinki. So what did I ask him? So this is another one, a video that I have from Helsinki. I know he came to Tallinn as well, but I didn't attend. So this is where he's taking pictures. So I think I would just like to talk a little bit about what it, like. Let me see. So yeah. So I think there was a time when I sought to answer the question about life, because if you look at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you see that at the very basic level, it is the security, and then the second level is your relationship, and the final level is the meaning. Like, what is the meaning of your life, and what are you supposed to do? And this was like the biggest question that I tried to answer for myself, because all the other questions were answered, and I spent years literally on that. And the first thing that I did was try to find out the answer in the Western culture. So I tried to find out, okay, what does West say about the meaning? I tried to read many. I read Carl Jung very much. I really liked him. He made a lot of, even though he doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but it's somehow weirdly he made sense to me. I couldn't read like other philosophers like Nietzsche, for example. It was just too complicated for me. And I read Jordan Peterson, of course, and then the point at which I felt that the Western civilization or the Western culture has failed me was exactly this time, because when I was here in front of Jordan Peterson, I had a chance to ask him a question, and I asked him exactly that. Why is life why is life considered suffering? Like, life itself is suffering, because that is what the fundamental tenets of like Christianity or Western civilization says. Like, life is hard, life is suffering, and I couldn't just wrap my head around that. That why could life be like suffering? And what he answered was that basically you're limited. Like, you have a limited capacity to do things, you have unlimited capacity to think, and that this different causes like suffering. But I wasn't satisfied with that answer. I didn't get the answer that I wanted, and it was that point in my life where I started to look for answer in the Eastern mythology. So I actually started to study the spiritual aspects of Islam. I studied a little bit of Hinduism as well. I really studied the if you know about this book called Tao Te King, and that was the place where I actually got all the answers. You're not supposed to see this. So this was one place where I would go to when I would go to my work. There's this stream and this stone bridge, and I would take a picture of it every day that I went. So I saw this place in so many different seasons, so many different colors, and yeah, this is one of my favorite places. The places in Estonia because it's just so uniquely mine. Again, this memories, dreams, and reflections, sort of like an autobiography of Carl Jung. This is a really, really famous singer in Estonia. She's one of my like. I really liked one of a few of her band songs, but she's super cool. This is one time when I met. So you might not know about these people, but those two are the people. Dunn and Fiona Raby. They were like the people who sort of invented or created this field of speculative design. So speculative design is where you think of all the possible ways in which the future can be and how the what are some preferable ways of how future should be. But anyway, this was my project for my thesis, and if you want to learn more about that, then it's in my it's on my YouTube channel as well, the full thesis about it. But these two are like celebrities to me because this is what I based my whole thesis on. Okay, and I think one of the highlight of my stay in Estonia was when my parents visited. So here you can see them in near Noblesner, and they absolutely loved it. They really, really loved the calmness and peacefulness of Estonia. I mean, obviously it was summer, so it was not something that they so they didn't see the other dark side of Estonia, but they really, really liked it. Here, I took them to the bog. It was really hot, and we had a lot of fun. Yeah, this is me. And this is me. I think that is definitely not in Estonia. That is probably Switzerland. And here we have this 14th day August party in, I think it was some restaurant, a Pakistani restaurant. And they wanted me to say something or host something. I just took a picture of that. Here is a really nice picture of me with my parents. It's the Kalarand. This place is again gone. This place is not there anymore. And yeah, the first time I visited Riga, I saw this picture and it was so cute. Did you see these with little walking trash cans? Fashion Week. So there was a time when I would actually go to Tallinn Fashion Week quite a few times. Yeah, naughty me. But it was good. It was good to see like so many people there. I mean, you can't go to like London Fashion Week, right? Can you go to London Fashion Week if you have this? Even if you don't have a pass, how many people do get a pass? Can you go to Paris Fashion Week? But you can actually go to Tallinn Fashion Week. Well, yeah, just go ahead and enter. Yeah, it was fun. This is me. This is definitely not. This is definitely not Tallinn. This is Buffalo, New York, upstate New York, and we are doing. We're doing. What were we doing? We were doing like a sled ride down the slope. I told you about this place a few while back. This is one of my favorite places, and this is when the snow was melted, and then it is here. So screenshot, and you know what this is? This is my Estonian teacher. I was taking Estonian classes, and if you see, this was taken on 12th of March, and this was the onset of the COVID, and all our classes were cancelled. I don't know where that time went. This is again this place at the snow, and then it's quite different. So it actually started in COVID when I started to take content creation more seriously, and I started to post randomly on YouTube about my experiences and things that people were actually asking me about. It was 2020 when I started randomly. Look at me! It's my birthday. It was my which birthday was it? So this is 2020, which means that it was my 33rd. Yeah, it was my 33rd birthday. And here you can see this lovely cake that my friend made. She's currently not in Estonia. She left for Sweden, which is absolutely great, absolutely amazing. Cake artist here. You can see how wonderfully she has written it here. Loved it. It's kind of funny thing, but I was alone at that time, and it was COVID time, so you couldn't really have like like a birthday party or anything. Like you couldn't have gathering of many people. So what I did was that I posted on my local group, this Kalamaya Facebook group, and I said, okay, if anybody wants to come and have a piece of cake, then they can come. And a few people came. They just came, and then I shared them a slice of cake, and it was weird times. Weird times indeed. So this is a picture of one of the northernmost saunas in Estonia. So if you go to the north of Estonia, I think it's like Kili. Which island is that? I forgot. But this is the northernmost island of Estonia. It's a very, very small island. And I was there for one midsummer eve. And so one of my favorite things to do was to swim in the lake. The bog lake here. It's still one of my favorite things to do. Okay. It's so amazing to. It's such a lovely thing because the water is usually quite warm, and on a very good day you can have a really, really nice swim, and the water is so refreshing, and you can't actually see the ground because it is very, very dark. It's definitely a scary experience. Oh, this was one YouTube video I made. I'm not proud of that, but I was, like, I had to do something about that. It's in Urdu, so probably a few people will get that. This picture was taken in Saaremaa the first time I went there. And I think the sun is setting. And one thing about that time, that when I was there, it's 2020, was that I saw the night sky like in its full like glory. It was just amazing. You can see like satellites, you can see shooting stars. I counted at least more than 50 shooting stars in just one night. Okay, I think I will end here at this picture. It's been like 1 hour, and I think this was one of the. So this was 13th of August, and this was one of the lowest points when I was in Estonia, because there was this surgery that I had to do because it's called septoplasty, and one of the sides of the nose is actually blocking. So what they do, the doctors recommended that I do that, and I booked the time, and I was in hospital, and I think being alone in that hospital and not knowing so much well Estonian, that was like, I think, a terrible thing. That was really, really difficult. Imagine being in a hospital where you can't fully understand anybody, and you're like basically weak. You can't really walk because surgery, no matter how much where people say this experience, like instill like proper fear of surgery in me, because no matter how small the surgery is, no matter how small it may be, it if it is putting you under, like if they're giving you a general anesthesia, then your body is going to react very differently. And it happened the same thing with me as well. Like um I went through the procedure and everything, and when I woke up, my nose was stuffed. And imagine breathing through your mouth for like an hour, and I had to do it for like 24 hours. And the effect that it can have on your mind, it's terrible. And yeah, it's I think that firstly, doing surgery is not an easy thing, and more in that, doing it alone also definitely not an easy thing as well. Okay. Oh, we have 10 people here. Should we keep going? Yeah, let's keep going. So it was this time when I started, as I said, I started to post regularly on YouTube, and I bought this blanket, and I made a video about why I bought a weighted blanket, because it would help with anxiety. And I think this is like the more interesting times that that I would come, because I took I had like a medical leave, and I had some time when I got discharged from the hospital, and I decided that I'm going to take this YouTube thing seriously. And in the September, I decided that I will start to make a daily vlog every day. It was one of the hardest things I have ever done in my life. Imagine waking up every day not knowing what you're going to be vlogging about. You just capture footage, you go back home. I'm still doing it when I was working. Imagine, and then going back and then realizing that, oh, you have to make a story about that. So the vlogs are actually still there on my on my channel, and you can actually see them. So here was something very creative that I did. Everything I recorded on my via my phone, and this is, I have attached my phone to my bike in some weird way. And yeah, it was just, you can try to improvise if you really have to do something. Definitely fun. And if you remember this thing called Clubhouse, yes. So it was like a channel that had that was voice only chat, and it sort of became like boomed in COVID days. And fortunately, I was there, and I took participate, and somehow I weirdly I made a talent channel, and yeah, I don't think we had much chats over there, and it's still just gone. So this one is funny. I had a friend, and I won't show her here, but I asked if I could take a picture of her earrings, because you can see that this is like safety pin. Weirdest design I've ever seen. So this is Martin. He's the closest person I have to like family here in Estonia, because he's the person who selected me for the program. Since then, he has been a mentor, a friend, and sort of like my guide to Estonia. And he's the Estonian that I have known the longest, even before I came to Estonia. And yeah, he's the one who actually recommended to me to teach as well, because I also teach in the university every semester. So yeah, definitely, yeah. Mul yeah, you are loved, Martin, a lot, even though it would, even though you would start blushing, really hard, but yeah, I really, really loved very much. Okay, I got vaxxed on 21st June 2021. This is me getting waxed. First time I went to this Viking village, and no, it wasn't really obligatory. We were supposed to go to the Viking village for this for our work thing, and I rented a suit, rented this costume, and then I went there. And I'm wondering how much is left. So I think I will continue a little bit more. Okay, so this is Azim, and he's also a PhD student here. He came to Estonia on the same program that I did, and I actually know Azim from like back home when we were studying, just studying. So yeah, it's always good to have this some people that like from back home, and then you find them here, or they find you here. So this is a screenshot that it's a very weird thing to show. I'm not sharing who I talked to here, but I think this was a very big turning point in my like life here, because I realized that one of the biggest mistakes that I did, or it wasn't even a mistake, but I never really thought about like investing in real estate or getting a house or buying a house. That is the first thing that many immigrants or many people that when they come to some other country, this is the first thing that they start saving towards. And I never did that. And like if you saw the last hour or so, I was just traveling nonstop and just spending money over there. Even though I was earning okay, it wasn't as I thought it would be, because I stayed in one job for more than 6 years. And if you know that staying in one job for 6 years means that you're basically behind, because all the other people, if you keep switching, then you earn a lot more. And in Estonia, if you are not in the IT field or specifically in any tech company, then you are earning, well, quite less. Let's put it at that. And there was this one person, a Pakistani person, and I talked to him, and he came to Estonia a little bit after me, and he had already bought his apartment and his house. And I asked him, and you can see, imagine this thing. This is where my mind did a 180-degree flip, and I realized that, okay, I need to figure out something in my life. I need to take ownership of my I can't just keep going on like that. I have to do something about that. And that's when I actively started to think about money and finances. And if mental change was could be put in a picture, this is where something happened in my life, clearly. This is my language group people. We gave the test together. This is actually us sitting together in the examination hall. And fortunately, I passed the first try on my first try. But the exam was on 13th February 2022. And that was such a terrifying time. I can't, like, if I failed the exam, I think I passed by like 4 marks. And if I failed the exam, I think I would have been like, I would have been mad. Like I wouldn't have been able to go on like that, because it was the most terrifying thing that that I ever did here in Estonia. most terrifying, definitely. And yeah, I did end up passing. Yeah. So this is 25th of February 2022. And if you'd remember, this is the day that Russia attacked Ukraine. And I remember this very, very vividly because it happened 2 years ago exactly. And I was visiting a client, and from their office I saw this, and then I realized that yeah, things have changed forever. Now, this lovely old lady that you see here is actually the author of this really good book called E Nagu Eesti. It's a wonderful book that is written in Estonian, and there is no English inside. And this is, I think, one of the books that is actually really recommended by everybody to teach Estonian. She is the author. One of the most accomplished Estonian linguists and teachers in Estonia that I was fortunate enough to meet her, which is nice. Oh, my favorite meme, being born in a place. Oh, yeah. You don't really control where you're born. Yes. So it's actually a privilege. It's actually a privilege where you're born. And the time that I met the next Estonian president, Alar Karis. So again, the same thing happened. So I was walking here. This is Noblesner, and I was walking with my friend Tavi, and what we and I saw a guy, like a Secret Service guy, and I was wondering what is this type of guy doing here. And my friend told me that, okay, look here, it's the president. And I said, okay, I'm gonna go and say hello. And he said, no, I'm not gonna go. I mean, what if I disturb him? And I said, I'm gonna go because he's there, and I'm not gonna let this chance pass. So I just went up to him, and then I said hello to him, and then took my Estonian friend as well. And he was very, 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 like polite and easy. And then I even talked to him about some of the difficulties that people were having with respect to their problems in getting the appointment for the visas for Estonia. So this was like the first thing ever that I wrote like properly, because I realized I got a lot of questions from a lot of people who were asking me, how are you, how much money do I need to survive well in Estonia? So I just wrote like a cost of living guide in 2022, and it's actually still available on my website. It's for 2023, but they're fairly up. And the final picture, we are still in November 2022. There's still 2 years to go, but I will probably do that some other time. And this is me visiting the embassy of Pakistan in Poland, Warsaw. And I am here to renounce my Pakistani citizenship, because apparently you can't get Estonian citizenship if you have any other. Wow. That was another old experience as well, because I remember traveling to Poland, Warsaw. It's like winter, and the went on a bus, and it was like, I think it was like 30-hour bus drive, or maybe around that. Like, it was definitely a very long bus drive. And man, it was so terrible. Like, I wish there was like a sleeper bus between Poland and Tallinn, but yeah. But it happened. I only had to visit the embassy once. So there you have it. Okay, so congratulations to all the 8 people that are still here. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being here. And this stream was just a throwback, a dive through memory lane in the past 8 years. The last 2 years I still haven't mentioned, because it's been already too long. and it's been an hour and then 15 minutes. But thank you so much, Abdurrahman. Uh, I know you, of course. Really good to see you, Mustafa Shamim. Prosperity and great life. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I I wish the same to you as well, Mustafa. And there is this Hymanon from Faisal. So yeah, this is it. 10-year live stream. Maybe I will do another live stream later when I will talk about the other 2 years, 2022 to 2024, because they have been so like challenging and so like I was looking at the pictures that I have between 2022 and 2024, and it feels this time period itself, 2022 to 2024, feels like 10-year period to me, which is because so much happened in this time and so many life experiences, so many good and bad and everything in between happened. So yeah, some other day, and I hope to be back to regular posting on YouTube soon. But till then, I think I'm going to enjoy this live streaming thing a little bit more. Okay, then. I will wrap it up. Take care. Next time, I hope it will be better because I will learn OBS and then we can see what we can do. Okay. Bye bye.